The views, conversations, and opinions expressed on this channel could be subjective or objective, and for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Here on The Mix, we encourage and implore you to conduct your own research.
A murder-suicide investigation in Georgia, leaving a distraught family with more questions than answers.
We want to know exactly what happened to the twins.
Police say twin brothers Kaidir and Nazir Lewis were found dead by hikers on a Georgia mountain earlier this month. The brothers, weeks away from their 20th birthday, each found with gunshot wounds, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which says their preliminary investigation reveals the deaths to be a murder-suicide.
We knew right away that wasn't true.
But their relatives rejecting that characterization by police, saying the boys were close and had no history of conflict.
They're very protective of each other. I can imagine them hurting each other because I never even seen them get into a fist fight before.
Relatives saying the twins had tickets for a 7 a.m. flight on March 7th from Lawrenceville, Georgia to Boston, where they were set to meet friends. But on March 8th, their bodies were found at the summit of Bell Mountain, 90 miles away from their home and in an area their relatives believe they had never visited.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Mix. Like this video, share this video. Thank you guys for your continued support. Everyone, those domestically, internationally, those who have recently subscribed. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. If you all are interested in donating, hit that Cash App, that Zelle. You can see it in the description section of this video. Yes. Follow me too, you guys. Follow me on my socials. Information is it's on the front page of my YouTube channel. The welcome section. It should be some verbiage, some words that say welcome. Click that, and then there you will find my TikTok. You will find PayPal as well. You will find my X account. I don't think I have Facebook up there yet. But I am on Facebook. Same name. Just probably do a simple, Facebook search The Mix 30, something like that. But I'll update that in the welcome section of my main, page. But otherwise than that, donation information go towards content enhancement creation. Appreciate you guys' support. You can find donation information in the description section of each video. So this video, you'll find donation information. Okay, you guys, without further ado, how you guys are doing? Let me just start off by saying that. How is everyone? I haven't did like a check-in video. I used to do those last year. I might start that up again, but hopefully everyone is doing well. Life is life, and I'm quite sure probably for everyone, regardless of where you're at in the world, it just seems like it's been quite chaotic everywhere. But hey, you can't depend on people. You can't depend on the government. You just do what you can do for yourself. Stay prayed up and just try to make the best decisions as possible. That's my inspirational message to you guys. But without further ado, when this came across my desk, I had been meaning to do some content on this, but just haven't had the opportunity to do it. And Georgia twin brothers, the Lewis brothers, found unalive in the mountains. And to my understanding, police investigation is claiming suicide. The S, like they self-deleted. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go ahead and share some more of the clips of this article I came across, and also see what they're saying on IG, because when it came across my IG page, I was just taken aback in a sense. But it just seems like I'm doing more stories on this type of unfortunate situation lately, and the Javion McGee, and then the young fellow who was found unalive in Mississippi over a year or so ago. They said it was a suicide with that too, and they're saying Javion McGee a suicide with him. I just it's too many of these, you guys. Too many of these. One too many. I'll drop the links in the description section too. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this? Do you believe that there is some foul play? Based off of some of the clips and articles I came across and tapped into, it seems like there's more to the story, and someone is leaving off some stuff, and there's potentially a strong potential chance that there's foul play. It's just my opinion. So the investigation is ongoing, but let me head on over to IG and share some excerpts of this article, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts, reaction, and opinion.
24 hours later, the twins' body found 90 miles away.
How they end out in the mountains, they don't hike out there. They've never even been out there. I don't know nothing about Hiwassee, Georgia. They never even heard of Bell Mountains. So how did they end up right there?
A mystery this family is trying to solve.
They had a huge support system. Like, we know them, that they wouldn't do anything like this. So to say that they did this to each other when they come from a family of love, and they love each other, they always together, we don't believe that. They didn't do this to each other. Something happened in those mountains, and we want answers.
I did reach out to the GBI tonight. A spokesperson says the twins' autopsies is finished, but they're awaiting additional forensic testing to be finished, as well as the investigation portion of this, before they issue a final ruling on the brothers' causes of death.
Oh, y'all, this is unconscionable, unimaginable. My heart goes out to the entire family. Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead and jump into the chat. Okay, this person says, may God expose and reveal all the hidden truths and cover-ups. This person says, where is the FBI? If this was two blind, blue-eyed boys or girls, it would be on national TV news. This person says they were kidnapped and murdered. They need to check phone records and see what their phones pinged. And they need to question whoever lives in the area where they were found. And these are all comments from IG, you guys. These are people's opinions. They're just speculating. It has not been confirmed by law enforcement that this case is over with and solved. It has not been confirmed that they have a suspect in custody and that this is potential murder. But in my opinion, I'm leaning on the side of I do believe, in my opinion, that this is possibly not a suicide, but a plain flat out murder. Oh gosh. This person says it's too many black males coming up murdered in suspicious manner in GA, Georgia. This person says, let's see the tape from the airport. Boom. Yep. This person says, man, I used to hoot with them. They were so close. There's no way they could have done this. Georgia needs to do a further investigation. This person says something definitely ain't right about this. Sheesh. Okay, you guys, according to WTOK.com, ABC 11, Family Questions reports about 19-year-old twin brothers found SHOT to death on mountain. And remember, you guys, they are citing the investigation thus far, murder-suicide. So, according to this article, the loved ones of 19-year-old twin brothers found deleted on a Georgia mountain say they don't believe the reports explaining what may have happened. And in my opinion, y'all, rightfully so. Quadir and Nazir Lewis, both 19. Oh my gosh, they babies, y'all. Woo, sheesh. Were found March 8th on top of Bell Mountain in Towns County. Twin brothers were from Lawrenceville. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, who is the lead agency investigating the brothers' death, says preliminary investigation suggests the incident was a murder-suicide. Family members say that sounds nothing like the twins. They're not capable of murder suicide. When we saw the article about them doing harm to each other, we knew right away that wasn't true, said Samira Bronner, the brothers' aunts. Family members say the brothers were preparing to start a clothing line together. They set up a GoFundMe to help pay for their funeral costs. That is the family. The GBI announced on Tuesday that 42-year-old Scott Curlin, oh wow, okay, this is breaking news, y'all. A volunteer firefighter in Towns County was arrested after he allegedly took photos at the scene and shared them publicly. He faces a charge of misdemeanor obstruction. Ooh, the GBI says the investigation into the brothers' deletion is ongoing. Autopsies have been completed, but the results are pending additional forensic tests. Okay, everyone, so what are your thoughts? Drop some comments in the chat, like this video, share this video. Oh my gosh, again, like I said, this is unimaginable, and in my most humble opinion, I do believe there's strong potential of foul play. It's interesting that he's not a firefighter, but the volunteer firefighter, well, you know what, maybe it's not interesting because people are just weird out here. That's what happened with Kobe Bryant's untimely, death. Whoever, I think it was police officers or someone, don't quote me on that, was taking pictures of the sites and, the debris, the bodies, etc., etc. And I think Kobe Bryant's wife, matter of fact, she sued, I think, the county police department, all of that. I don't know if anyone was criminally charged, but she did get a nice, decent payout financially, compensation for them doing that. So go ahead, search that via Google. But in this case, with the Lewis brothers, for that volunteer firefighter to take photos of deceased bodies, it's just, wow, that's crazy. And borderline suspect, so we're going to keep our eye on him. He was arrested according to that news article, WTOK.com. You can head on over there, read it in its entirety at your own leisure. I believe there's more to the article, but yeah. So let me know your thoughts, you guys. I will do my best to keep you guys abreast on any updated or developing information on this, but so far only developing information is that there was an arrest not connected to the actual situation with the Lewis brothers. They're still citing at this point, investigators, that it's a murder suicide, so I don't know. I'm not an investigator, I'm not a police or whatever, but I just reminds me like of Javion McGee. Come on, y'all. Fellas, people, ladies, kids, whoever, teens, young adults, everyone, old, young, be careful. Be careful traveling. Be careful out here traveling. Trust no one. Trust no one. Even if you gotta sleep in an airport, do that. At least it's cameras everywhere and all of that. But yeah, trust no one. Things is becoming real emboldened out here. People just don't give a uck and taking people's lives, kidnapping people, just a lot of things that's happening across the world just like that. And it's more seem like relevant nowadays. Not to say that it's not that situations like this has not have occurred or happened, crime, violence, all of that. Yes, it's always been that way, but I don't know, it just seems like there's a uptick when it comes to stories like this and other stories as well as trafficking and all of that stuff. So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts, you guys, down in the chat. Keep it respectful and peaceful in the chat, you guys. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.